Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining. Sunil here. Can you hear me? Please respond in the chat box. Thank you for your responses. Thank you very much. Thank you for your responses. Let's stop the chat. What's our plan for today's session? Okay. What's our plan for our today's session? Chandra Sahu, good morning. How are you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Chandra. How are you doing?
Well, sir.
Okay. How is your practice going on?
Good, sir. I'm the sir. I'm sir. One question, sir. With the diploma in computer science, how to prepare for the AWS?
How to
prepare for the AWS cloud professor, sir?
Prepare.
Yes, sir.
You have to be perfect with the subject. That's what preparation. Okay.
Yes,
Whatever
sir.
we are learning, you have to do hands-on. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. So it's not like an exam where we do preparing. It's all about practical concepts, understanding the practical concept. Okay.
Okay,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you. Manoranjan Pradhan. Can you hear me, Manoranjan?
Yeah. Hi, Sunil. Very good morning.
Good morning, Manoranjan. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, from day one, I am like raising hands,
Okay.
but not getting chance. Yeah, I do understand. Like many people are joining, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Not possible to concentrate on one.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, what is my question is like in this course we are having 16 module, which is focusing on solution architect, right?
Solutions architect, associate level.
Yeah, but actually I'm planning for this security specialty. So
Okay.
apart from this 16 module, like what are the courses I need to take and
You need to probably learn four more services or 5 more services based on the course content. Okay.
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 And from your end, like, is there any paid course to acquire the knowledge on those things or any materials we'll get? Like how we are getting these materials by paying 999.
No,
So,
Manoranjan, I don't have any content related to that cyber security. Okay.
okay.
I provide only this particular course.
Okay, so mostly like this one, if you'll do practice well, then we can
The next
achieve
any certification you can do it. Okay, this is something standard. Okay. This is like a base.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Ramphal Yadav.
Yeah, good morning, Sunil.
Good morning, Ramphal.
Thanks for providing the opportunity.
Thank you for joining the sessions.
Yeah, I have a query regarding to IAM policies.
IAM policies, yes.
Yeah. Is there any federation service available in IAM where I can assign permission to my on-premises user to access AWS service?
Identity Federation concept is available. Okay. Okay. But this is not the scope of the syllabus. That is part of a different course, security course. Okay.
Okay.
But Identity Federation feature is available. Okay.
Okay, so I can provide my on-premises user access on AWS services.
You can do that. Even I'm not sure, but it is possible. Anything more, Ramphal?
No, thanks.
Mustafa Rang Grace.
Hello, good morning, Sunil.
Good morning, Mustafa. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Sunil. I'm raising hand since 3 months.
3 months? We have started only 15 days, right? New batch?
No.
This
I
batch?
attended your 6:30 batch. Then I
Morning.
attended your 11 a.m. batch. Now
Okay.
I'm attending this one too.
Oh my God. Any specific reason why are you attending
Actually,
second time?
yeah, actually, I started learning since 2-3 months back. So I attended your training.
Mhm.
So it is good to it is like a revision.
Okay.
I can give 1 hour in a day. That is not a problem. That's
Okay,
why I'm attending again and again.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Actually, my question was, what is launch wizard?
In EC2, whenever you want to create a new EC2 machine, we use launch wizard.
Okay, and EC2 fleets and Elastic Cache. I wanted to ask about these three services.
Elastic Cache.
Yeah.
We'll see it in coming sessions. Okay.
Elastic Cache. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mustafa. You have to do hands-on also. Okay.
Yeah,
Very
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy to go. Good evening.
Hi Sonny, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Yes, please. I don't just have a concern regarding the AWS recording.
Okay. Yeah. Please tell me.
Yes, I was wondering if you can help me retrieve the recording classes because
Have you paid $16 in PayPal?
Yes, I already pay.
When did you do that?
It was actually it was I guess it was on Monday. Yeah, on Monday.
Okay. By this time, you already have received the recordings in Google Drive. When you're making the PayPal, you have mentioned your email address, isn't it? To that email address, we have shared the recordings in Google Drive. Happy.
All right.
Okay,
all
so
right.
please check the Google Drive. I think you also have received a mail from support@logiclabstech.com. Okay, so you can check. I'm sure our team has already sent you an email. You can check it in your inbox or you can check it in spam.
Mm-hmm. All right, support.
Please check your inbox. This is our email address. You get a response from this email address. Okay, and you can check your Google Drive. There's an option called shared with me where you can check the recordings. If you are not able to spot the recordings, you send an email to this email address. Our team will respond to you.
All right. Sounds great.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Let's have one more interaction. Rashmi Singh. Good morning, Rashmi Singh. I can see your hand raised, Rashmi. You are allowed to unmute and have a talk. Deena Bandhu Swain. Any questions, Swain? Kalyan Chakka.
Yeah, hi sir.
Hi Kalyan, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. So my question is like, can we attach the volume into the two EC2 missions? Is there any concept like a
No.
uh,
A volume cannot be shared to multiple EC2 machines. If you want to do that, there's a special service called EFS, Elastic
Okay.
File Service. Okay, so using
Okay.
that, we can do it.
Okay, thank you.
How is your practice going on, Kalyan?
It's going good, sir. Thanks for sharing the knowledge to us.
Thank you. How many years of experience you are having?
I have a total 8 years of experience as a Oracle DBA.
Okay.
I am from Hyderabad, so I want to switch to AWS and DevOps. So I am attending the everyday sessions.
If you don't mind, may I know in which company you're working?
I am working for a TCS.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
How do you happen to know my training?
One of my colleague got shared this link, so it is they said it is very good session, attended like that. So
Okay. So like that, you got through reference.
thank yes,
Okay, Kalyan. Thank you for joining.
thanks, thanks.
Okay. I'm having a little throat pain. So I'm suffering with some throat pain and cough. So my volume will be little low. Kindly try to adjust it. In today's session, we'll be learning about command line interface. In today's session, we'll be learning about command line interface. Okay. If time permits, we'll also discuss about the concept of roles. Okay. Now, what is command line interface? Let's try to understand. If anybody in the interview asks you, in how many ways you can connect your AWS account, as of now, we know only one way of connecting to AWS account. How are you connecting to AWS account, my dear friends? How are we connecting to AWS account? We already know it. Every day we are connecting it using the URL aws.amazon.com. We are logging in by providing the email address and login password, isn't it? This is the way we are connecting to our AWS account. The moment you connect to AWS account, you already know the first page is called as AWS Management Console. You select any of the service and start working with services. This way is called as console access. This approach of connecting to AWS cloud and working with AWS cloud is called as console access. People also call it as graphical user interface. There's one more approach. You can connect to the account and work with AWS services using the command line interface. We know only one way of connecting to AWS cloud. We know only the console access. Right from day one, we are connecting and we are working practicals of AWS using the console access. In today's session, I'll be showing you how can we work with AWS account. In today's session, I'll show you how can we work with AWS account using the command line interface. So I'll be introducing you a command line interface. So how exactly we can connect to AWS account? You can create buckets, you can create IAM users, whatever you want, you can do it. You can create EC2 machines also. Yes, from the command line. You are right. So today we are experiencing how can we connect to AWS account from the command line interface. To connect from the command line interface, we need two details: access key and secret key. If you want to connect to AWS cloud using from the command line, what details you need? You need what details? You need access key and secret key. These are the two details which are required. What are the details which are required to connect from the console access? Email address and password. But from the command line, you don't need to provide email address and password. You need to provide only two details. You don't log in with email address and password from the command line. You have to provide credentials. Access keys and secret keys are the credentials which are required to connect to AWS cloud from the command line interface. Okay, fine. Where can I get the access keys and secret keys? First, log into AWS cloud from the console access. Log into AWS cloud from the console access, and then generate the keys. You have to generate the keys. I'll show you how can we generate the access keys and secret keys now. Let's generate these details. Once these details are generated, you can connect from the command line. Okay. Login. Logged in, the first page is called as AWS management control. You want what values you want? You want access keys and secret keys. So how can we generate these values? Go to that identity and access management service. Security identity complaints. Under that, we have a service called as identity and access management. Go to my access key and right. Under quick links, go to my security credentials. Access key, secret key. Can you see access keys here? Drop down this. You will have these keys. Do you have keys here? No, we don't have any keys. You have to generate the keys. Create new access key. Create new access key. It's created. If you want, you can see access key, secret key are created. Okay, I'm copying the keys. If you want, you can download the file also for your future reference. The file contains what? Same details. Yes, you can see access key and secret keys are details. Okay, the same thing I have downloaded. That's fine. But I have the keys ready with me. I copy the keys for your reference. You can see here. I have the access key ID, secret key ID now. As I have these two details, I can connect from the command line interface. Okay. How can I generate the keys? So go to identity and access management under dashboard. Under quick links, go to my security credentials. I already have generated, so you'll find the keys now. If it is not there, create a new keys. Okay, keys are already generated. This is how you have to keys. As I have the keys generated, I log out of it. I don't want to console access. I don't want to work with console access. I want to work with command line access. Okay, I'm closing it. I have the keys with me, so I don't want to work with console access. Now I want to show you how can we connect to AWS account from the command line. Okay. From my personal laptop, today I'll be a little slow. Please don't mind. From my personal laptop, I want to connect to AWS from the command line interface from my personal laptop. Okay, how can I do that? If you want to connect to AWS account from the command line, you have to install a special software called AWS CLI tool for Windows. You have to install a special tool. You have to install special tool in your personal laptop. Then only you can connect. What tool you need to connect? You need to install AWS CLI tool for Windows. So I want to install this one. So let's do that. So go to Google, search for AWS CLI tool for Windows. Take the first link. You have to download this tool in your personal laptop. Then only you can connect. Download and run the AWS CLI. Yes, my Windows is 64-bit operating system. I'm clicking on this. The file gets downloaded. Fine. Let's wait for the file to get downloaded. It's no time. It's a very small file. It's already got downloaded. Let's wait. Now, as it is an MSI file, you have to install it. Welcome to AWS CLI. So what is the tool we are using? We are installing. We have to install a tool called AWS CLI tool in your personal laptop. So let's install it. It's taking a long time than usual. computing the space requirements. So let's wait for this tool to get installed. It will not take this much time, so let's wait. Ulisetti Sriram. I can see your hand raised, Ulisetti.
Hi, sir. Good morning. Sriram here.
Sriram, how are you doing?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you. I hope you are doing good. And today, I'm sorry for that. You're having pain in your throat.
Yeah. Probably
I
with Saturday, Sunday, I'll take some rest so that I get the.
I thought the same. You will get a rest for 2 days.
Yeah. Yes. Any questions, Sriram?
Yes, sir. Actually, videos and all are okay. I want to get in touch with you, but for certification as assistance, how it will be like? If you're okay, I will get in touch in private.
Okay, you want to appear for AWS Certified Solutions Architect, right? Associate level.
Yes.
Okay, so I hope you will also get we already have sent you dumps also. Okay, dumps are nothing but frequently asked questions. Sriram, did you check that? Along with the videos you have received the dumps.
No, sir. I didn't check that. I will check that once again.
Check the Google Drive. You will have dumps
Okay.
also. Dumps are nothing but the frequently asked questions. They're
Okay.
close to 200 questions, I think so. If you're perfect with all the questions, you get 60% from the dumps only. Okay, that's one way.
Okay. Means is it only the assistance or something
Or
I
the
will
other
get?
way, something like there's something called proxy support. Proxy support is nothing but people who want to avoid the risk of failing or who was not finding time for preparation. They want certification urgently.
Okay.
There's something called proxy support on behalf of you using the keyboard and mouse access. Our person will, there's one person who will write you by taking the keyboard and mouse controls, and then you will be certified. Okay.
Okay,
That's
sir.
called proxy support. Okay. You can prepare by yourself or you can go for proxy support. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Anything more, Sriram?
Actually, sir, if actually I'm having 6+ years of experience. I worked on earlier worked as a network engineer, later the system desktop support engineer. Now I am working as AX system administrator. So a lot of roles I have. I'm looking to change my technology because these traditional Unix support will not be there
In the future. I hope you
Yeah.
understood how exactly the future
So
future
yeah.
infrastructure will be. Everything is
So
automated.
from so many recruitment agencies also I'm getting traditional Unix support is there is no question for that. Only cloud support and architect level knowledge they are expecting. So in these sessions are going to cover like general suggestions, how the architect life will be there and what is the scope and how the work environment like that in general, how present
That's the reason. You
environment.
already know AWS? Are you?
No, sir. No. This is the second chance I got earlier due to my personal reason. I'm not able to attend one of your uh, batch. So
Batches.
by God's grace, I got the mail from you, Logical Lab Technologies. So immediately I'm attending the sessions.
Okay. So solutions architect role is nothing complex, Sriram. So on day-to-day, clients will have some support required from the infrastructure team. So we should understand their requirements and troubleshoot it. That's it. Okay. So very
Okay.
simple.
I mean, means in upcoming our sessions, are you going to give any tips or suggestions what you are experiencing in your projects like that? What are the challenging things
So
happening?
whatever we are learning in our day-to-day items, right from easy to managing the volumes, my screenshots, buckets,
Yes, sir.
and now
Yeah.
about ID. These are all day-to-day activities only. We have
Okay.
many more to discuss. Okay, whatever we are learning, you can project that. That's enough. Okay, Sriram.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you
CLI,
so
all
much for
this.
that.
Okay. Are you
Yeah.
understanding the importance of CLI?
Yes, sir.
The concept of
Actually,
CLI.
yes.
Okay.
Basically, we use CLI only. That's what I'm waiting for. That how we'll do that.
We use CLI in the sense we already are working on CLI.
Means not AWS, sir. Yeah, as a AX administrator, we use CLI only. That's
So
what.
generally Linux and people
Yeah.
prefer CLI way of working with infrastructure rather than
Yes.
GUI,
Putty
isn't it?
sessions. Yes.
Okay, Sriram. Okay, thank you.
Thanks so much for time, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's proceed with the installation of special tool. Next. Yes, I want to allow. Let's wait for the tool to get installed on a personal laptop. Let's wait for the tool to get installed. I'm better, Yogi, in this session than morning. Am I right? Done. Done installation of this tool. Perfect. The tool is installed. So remember, you have to install that special tool in your personal laptop. Once the tool is installed, what's the next step? How to connect? Open the command prompt. The command to connect to AWS cloud. From the command prompt we are connecting. Generally, if it is graphical user interface, we connect from the browser. Okay, and phase from the command line, we open the command prompt. The command to connect is AWS configure. The command to connect is AWS configure. When the moment I run this command AWS configure, it will ask for access key ID. We already have the access key ID. We already have generated. I hope you remember. Access key ID. We already have generated. We have copied it. Take a note of it. It will ask for secret key. Yesterday, someone was misusing my account using this access key and secret key. The default region, which region you want to connect. If it is graphical user interface, we happily select the Singapore region or Mumbai region. Here I want to connect to Mumbai region. Mumbai region is AP South -1, isn't it? What is AP South -1? You can say AP. Okay, so let's log in. I'm parallelly logging in from the console access also. AP-South-1 is nothing but Mumbai region. So I want to connect to Mumbai region. The default output will be text. My dear friends, we are connected. We are connected to AWS cloud from the command line. You're right. Okay. The command is AWS configure. You need to provide the access key ID. You have to provide the secret key ID, and you have select the which region you want to connect. You can connect to Singapore region, Mumbai region, any region by using the region code, and then the output format text. That's it. You're connected. So can we work with AWS using the command line? Yes, definitely. Why not? Let's say, for example, I want to create a bucket from the command line, my dear friends. I want to create a bucket. If it is console access, what we do, we select S3 service, go to create bucket, bucket name, and all those, isn't it? So command line also can create a bucket. How to create a bucket from the command line? Okay. So first point, nobody remembers the commands. You don't need to remember the commands. There are thousands of commands, in fact. In the interview, if you go to an interview, nobody will ask you what is the command to create a bucket. Nobody will by heart the commands because there are thousands of commands. But you should be in a position to search for the right command. You should know how to search for the right command from the AWS documentation, run the command as per the requirement. Now, what is my requirement? My requirement is I want to create a new bucket. I want to create a new bucket. So what you have to do, you have to search for AWS S3 because bucket is related to S3 service commands. Search for AWS S3 commands, docs.aws.com. This is the best site, documentation of AWS. So S3. So these are the commands. Scroll down. Scroll down. Available commands. These are the commands which you can deal with S3 service. These are the commands which helps you to deal with S3 service. So what I want to do, I want to create a bucket. You can search for the command. So CP probably stands for copy. So here we have a command MB. MB stands for make bucket. MB stands for make bucket. Got it? So which helps you to create a new bucket. Scroll down. You can see the syntax. Copying the syntax. Pasting the syntax. So every AWS command starts with AWS, followed with the service name S3, followed with the command MB. MB is command. As per the syntax, S3:// mention the bucket name you want to create. I want to create bucket hyphen. This is the bucket name which I want to create. The moment you run this, what happens? The bucket gets created. Shall we do it? Yes, I want to run this command. In my command line, every AWS command, I repeat, look at this. Every AWS command starts with AWS, followed with the service name you want to deal with, followed with the command, followed with the syntax. When you run this, what will happen? Tell me, when you run this, what will happen? Look at the response. Bucket created. You have successfully created a bucket. You have successfully created a bucket from the command line. Now this bucket, will it be available from the console access? When you create a bucket in the command line, the bucket is ending with 676814. It will be available in the console access. Yes, it should be available. Let's verify it. S3. Let's verify. Is it?
Call me out.
Yes, 1 minute. Okay. So this is the bucket, I think so. 676814. Is it the same number? Did you able to see the bucket information in the graphical user interface? Yes, you get it. Whatever you do it from the command line, my dear friends, whatever you do it from the command line, obviously it will be visible in the GUI because finally you're dealing with same account, right? Whatever you do it from the graphical user, it will be reflected on the command line. Yes or no? These are two approaches. When you create a bucket from the command line, it should be visible in the GUI. You can see it. How many buckets we have? Total 3 buckets. How many buckets we have? Total 3 buckets. I want to see list of all the buckets. From the command line, I want to see list of all the buckets. How many are there back? You can see clearly the 3 buckets. Can I see list of all the buckets? You should search for the right command. Search for the right command. Go back. Probably ls, because in Linux also ls stands for list. ls, list S3 objects. S3 objects are nothing but buckets. AWS as example, AWS S3LS. Copy. AWS S3LS. Are you able to see list of all the buckets? It is matching with the graphical user interface. Agree? Yes or no? Yes. Finally, you're connected to same account, my dear friends. Whatever you want, you can do it from the console access. You can do it from the command line. You may have a question, Sunil. I want to enable encryption in this bucket. There's a command for it. I want to enable versioning for this bucket. There's a command for it. I want to upload a file into this bucket. There's a command, CP command. Whatever you want to do it, whatever you want. I want to define lifecycle management rules for this bucket. Yes, there's a command. Whatever you can do from the console access, you can also do from the command line. It's nothing like you cannot do it. One by one, dependency commands will be there. You have to run the series of commands so that it will be perfectly running as per the requirements. If you want to remove a bucket, you can remove it. If you want to empty a bucket, there's a command. If you want to provide changing the permissions, if you want to provide access control list to this bucket, there's a command. Nobody will by heart the commands. Nobody will ask you the commands because there are thousands of commands. But you should be in a position to look at the documentation, like I have just shown you. You should be in a position to look at the documentation, identify the right command, run the command so that you can do the activity from the command line. And don't think that which is better. You may definitely have questions. Which is better? Is it graphical user interface better or command line interface? It's not better. These are two options AWS provides. Whichever you feel comfortably, follow it. People from Linux administration, network administration, they feel commands are more comfortable. Check with them. They feel commands are more comfortable. The moment you're comfortable with the commands, you prefer commands. So it's up to you. It's nothing advantage, which is advantage, which is disadvantage. It's not. These are two approaches. These are two possible options. In case if anybody asks you, do you know CLI? Some clients don't want graphic, don't give the GUI access to the AWS team for security reasons. In such case, we have only one option, command line. So we should be in a position to search for the command. So I've shown you how to connect AWS from the command line by using the command called AWS configure, and what are the details which are required. You should not provide email address and password. Email address and password is for the console access. For command line, you have to provide access keys and secret keys. How to generate it, we already know it. Go to console, generate the keys, copy the keys, and use that keys from the command line. You have to install some special software called AWS CLI tool, and then work with command line interface. Okay. I want to upload a file into the bucket. You can do that. whenever you want to upload a file into the bucket, go to documentation, see list of commands. CP stands for copy local file to S3 object. That means it will upload the file to the bucket. Go to examples. This is the command. Frame the command as per the requirement. This is the command. AWS S3, every AWS command starts with AWS, followed with the service name, followed with CP command, followed with what file you want to upload, what file you want to upload, in which bucket you want to upload. Let's say I want to upload this particular file. This particular AWS image. So this file you have to mention it. In which bucket you want to upload. This is the bucket we have created, right? This bucket you have to upload it. When you want to upload, you can maintain the same file or you can maintain different file. Obviously, I want to maintain the same file. So what I'm doing, AWS S3, every AWS command starts with AWS, followed with service name, followed with copy command. What file you want to copy, in which bucket you want to copy, that's it. So when you run this, what will happen? Right now the bucket is empty, right? So right now the bucket is empty. The object gets uploaded into the bucket. Copy. The object gets uploaded into the bucket. Agree? Isn't it? That should happen. Agree or not? You get a message. Uploaded? I think it is not uploaded. How to verify whether it's uploaded or not? Which bucket you have uploaded ending with 134? Bucket name ending with 134. Yes, it has uploaded. So it's up to you, my dear friends, wherever you want. I mean, whatever you can do it from the console access, you can do it from the command line. I want to create an IAM user. Can I, in the command line, can I create a IAM user? Yes, you can do that. So search for AWS IAM commands. Take the first links, documentation, available commands. Look at these commands. Create user. Looking at the command, you can understand which helps you to create a group, create a user, create group. This command will create a group. Add user to the group. This command will add user to the group. Attach policy to the group. A lot of commands. Delete groups. A lot of commands. You should be in a position to identify the right command and do it. Let's create a user just for our testing purpose. You know the syntax, how exactly every AWS command starts with AWS. Every AWS command starts with the keyword AWS followed with the service name IAM, isn't it? Followed with the command create hyphen user is a command. Syntax hyphen user hyphen name and mention the username which you want to create. I want to create a username with the name something like so let's for example Vikram is the user which I want to create. So when you do this, what will happen, my dear friends? User gets created. What's the name of the user? Vikram will be the name of the user. User created. Can we verify it in the console? Whatever you can do it, you can verify it in the console. So if you want to verify whether the user is really created or not, go to identity and access management. Go to users. Can you see Vikram user got created? Did I create it from the front end? I have not created it from the front end. I have created it from the back end. Right now, this user is having no policies. Can we attach the policy? Yes, you can do it from the back end. Everything you can do it from the commands. Okay, yeah, I have just shown you how many commands we have. A lot of commands. We have thousands of commands in AWS. Most of the operations, whatever you are doing it from the front end, that also can be done from the command line. You don't need to remember the command. This is how we will be working with AWS CLI. This is how you'll be working with AWS CLI. Now, if anybody asks you about AWS CLI, you have something to talk. You know, you have experienced the AWS CLI. AWS provides two approaches of working with AWS account. One is graphical user interface. That's also called as console access, which we're doing it every day. Today, we have learned something new. The command line access. The credentials, the login details which are used to connect to command line is completely different. Access keys and secret keys, you know it. All this you have to project it. You have to install a special tool called AWS CLI tool for Windows operating system. Then do it. Okay. 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 Next, I also want to discuss about the concept of roles, but I'm facing difficulty. I'm suffering with some throat pain. I don't want to continue now. I want to continue it in a Monday's class. Okay, so the AWS CLI and Linux and AIM roles we will be discussing on Monday's class. Okay, so we'll have a pretty small session today. Before ending, let's have interaction. Abhimanyu, how are you doing?
Hi, Sunil. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good, Sunil. How are you?
Doing well. Yeah, thank you.
Hope you get well soon.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
Thanks for this session and your time and your knowledge sharing. It's very interesting and quite useful for everybody.
Are you from day one or somewhere you have joined me?
Yeah, I joined this session from day one.
Okay. How is your experience?
I have 17 years of experience.
Now, how is your learning experience in AWS? With respect
yeah, it's good, quite interesting.
Thank you. Okay.
So I'm a solution architect working with a bank in Dubai.
Okay.
So this is my first experience with
AWS.
cloud. Yeah.
Okay.
We
Okay.
have very old systems. We are
Okay.
migrating to AWS.
Wow. Oh, your client is migrating to AWS.
Yeah, yeah.
It's good, Abhimanyu. You are you'll get a quick opportunity to switch to AWS. Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So we are working on the Kubernetes. So I think in the next sessions we will be covering
DevOps.
Kubernetes also, right?
Yes, you are right.
Okay. So I have a question here. So I have a requirement like I guess your user is going through his registration journey.
When I say user, what do you mean by user? End user, the banking user.
The banking user, yeah.
That means account holder.
Yeah, account holder. But yeah, he's not a account holder. He's trying to open a new account with the bank.
Okay. Online.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, online through mobile or through internet.
Okay.
Browser. Okay. So he will attach a few of the documents or his selfies and all. We need to store in a bucket.
Okay.
Whatever the textual information, email ID, mobile number, we will store in a backend database. But the attachments, the images, PDFs, and everything, we need to store in a bucket. And we need to generate a dynamic URL out of that bucket. And we need to have only that URL in our database. How to achieve this functionality in dynamic way?
Okay. If you want to achieve this, you have to use APIs. Okay. There's some special services. One of the services is Lambda, which helps you to automatically generate a URL specific to a particular object that the user has been uploaded. Okay. Abhimanyu. So you have to explore with respect to services like API and Lambda.
Lambda.
That's it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I understand how manually we can upload it to bucket and we can see the URI also. But it's dynamically how in the real time.
So your organization is giving you AWS training?
No, I joined recently, means around 2 weeks ago.
Okay, okay.
There will be a couple of sessions also. Yes.
Okay, okay. I hope this training is making you more comfortable day by day with respect to AWS
yes.
environments.
Yes, yes.
Is it
correct.
understanding AWS? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sunil.
Thank you very much. Okay, so thank you all. We will continue the concept of roles and AWS Linux, AWS CLI on Linux operating system on Monday session. Okay, have a nice time and have a nice weekend. Spend some time learning more about AWS. Bye, everybody.